How's it going, everybody? My name is Anthony, photographer at Heavenly Love Studios, and today I'm sitting here with owner of Clarice's Bridal. How's it going, Katie?
Going good. Thank you for coming today.
You want to tell us a little bit about Clarice's?
Yeah, so Clarice's is actually a family-owned business. We've been in business since 1979. Clarice was my grandmother, and my aunt owns it. Her name's Susan Cato. She doesn't work here in the store, which leaves me and my wonderful team of girls to do the rest, the fun part of it, I think.
Yeah, you guys are definitely doing your thing. I was hanging out here a little earlier today, and shop looks amazing. Good. Inventory looks good, nice and organized. It looks really good. So I like what you guys are doing.
Don't come here on a Saturday at 2:00. It won't look this pretty.
That's perfectly fine. That's a good thing, isn't it?
That's what happens at the end of the day when it gets cleaned again.
So I guess let's tear into it. So how do you decide where to shop for your dress?
That's a good question. Most of my brides that come into the shop, because that's normally one of my first questions, it's either based on a referral or it's based on reviews. So I would do a little bit of research into your bridal stores and first check out the reviews. And after looking at the reviews, maybe narrow it down to 2 or 3 shops that you really want to invest in. You know, area and price point and all those things kind of fit in to what works for you, but really mostly it's about the experience. And I think if you look at reviews, that's something you'll see.
Yeah, it's kind of that real world test measure, I guess.
It is.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah. I understand. So I guess what else can you expect from a bridal appointment? Say a bride comes into Clarice's. What would they be able to expect from their bridal appointment?
That's a lot of fun. So when we set up an appointment with our brides, we do bridal by appointment only, just so we make sure that we have a sales consultant that helps them. What you like and what you end up with is normally totally different. So when we set up that appointment, we refer our brides to go to our Pinterest page. On our Pinterest page, it shows all of our inventory. So when these girls go there, they're pinning things that they can physically try on here in the store. It's not like a hocus pocus picture that we don't know where it came from. So one of the first questions I ask my brides when they come in is, do you have a Pinterest page? Okay. I want to see those photos, and followed up with, I want to know, where else have you been? What have you tried on? Because I always like to compare everything to the #1 dress. So after that, I give everyone a quick tour of the bridal area and how everything is organized. Our gowns are organized by styles, which makes it really helpful because in their mind, they always have that when they come in. So we can direct them to that area. And everyone else gets to relax while me and the bride get, nice and personal inside the dressing room. Let me just pick it to you straight. You're just going to have to lose your layers and we'll just get real close.
That's a good thing. It's all part of the relationship, right?
There are some things you would not think, but yeah. So sometimes the first dress you put on isn't the, oh my gosh, it's just a, wow, I really like this dress. And I just take the, wow, I really like this dress, and I put it on the back of the door, and we compare everything to the favorite dress. And if we try on the next dress and it's better, then we get rid of the other one. That way it just makes it really easy. It's not, wow, I have 3 favorites or 5 favorites. Because let's face it, in your mind, naturally you probably have a favorite, and nobody wants to wear their maybe dress down the aisle. So we also try to stay very conscious of budget in that. So we work with our brides if they want 1 dress, if they need 2 dresses, we can really do whatever. So something for a bridal appointment that I think is important is how many people you bring with you. Be prepared for, if you bring a lot of people, to get a lot of opinions. And these days it's just getting bigger and bigger. People are bringing anywhere from 4 to 10 or 8 people. I mean, there's a lot of people that come, and we do our best to accommodate that, but really bring the people that are most important to you. Or if you just want it to be just your mom and that's the experience you want, just be very cautious of the opinions that you're going to get. So
that holds value. That holds value.
It's very
definitely
overwhelming. It almost sometimes it can take away from an experience. And like I said, especially when it's your first appointment, because you haven't established what it is that you really like. Even though in your mind you think you know what you want, I'm going to tell you all, that's probably going to change. So,
and I think that's really good that you can help guide people through that decision-making process.
Absolutely.
Or that, you know, that I think that's really important. Yeah. That's really important.
We always like to show people what they think that they want, and then we have what I call wild cards that I will just probably sneak in the rooms if they don't let me. But like I said, the best thing for the brides to do right off the bat, go to our Pinterest page. Yeah. To be able to see things on our Pinterest page, it's all organized by designer, or if you're a curvier bride, you know, that's something that people struggle with a lot, is finding sample sizes to fit. Not every dress is going to fit. These are just samples to put on, and we'll do our best making everything work, and we always do a really good job of that, so it's not something you need to worry about.
Check mark.
Great.
Pinterest page. Pinterest page. Okay. Well, mental note. We'll take a mental note of that one. I like that. Okay, so I guess what types of styles and designers do you carry within Clarice's?
Everything. So we carry anything from like Allure, Maggie Sotero, Sophia Tolley, Mancherie, Maury Lee, Kenneth Winston. Their styles are really fun. Personally, we know them, and their styles are really getting out there and different. That's awesome. We also have a new line called Eddie K. There are tons of designers. You can view them all either on our website or, like I said, the Pinterest page. You can see whatever. Styles, everything. We have everything. Mostly right now we have a ton of lace.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay?
Gotcha.
Lace has been like the in thing. People are starting to get really creative with the types of lace these days. And then inside the lace you have dresses that are either fitted, you have A-line dresses, you have mermaid dresses.
The list goes on.
Trumpet dresses, everything. That's why being able to look at a picture that these brides bring in for us is really helpful, because for me it gives me an idea of what is too much and what's not quite enough. And it helps me break those boundaries and just kind of figure it out.
You can kind of gauge the bride's style from there. That's awesome.
Absolutely. And a lot of people think that, like, they'll say, oh, well, I don't want any mermaids. But what they mean is I don't want any trumpets, and they don't know the difference. And that's okay, because a lot of...
It's the first time.
Well, not only is it the first time, but in all honesty, a lot of sales consultants don't know the difference between the two, because the styles are so very similar. So that's another reason why we do this by appointment.
Yeah.
Ruffles are really in right now. I know that sounds a little crazy. Really simple dresses. I'm starting to see a lot of really just sleek styles are starting to become really, really popular. And then we have our basic A-lines that are not so heavy. Sometimes people do these for outside, sometimes they do them for beach, sometimes they do them just for the wedding, and they look fantastic. So, yeah, lots of styles.
Gotcha. There's definitely a selection to choose from. Definitely a selection to choose from. That's good.
Quite
That's good. So with that, what would you say the average price point of a gown is?
Okay, so I would say the average price point of a gown here in our store is about $1,500, give or take. We work with any budget, though. So if you have a bride that, I don't care if it's $99. I don't care if it's $300 or $500 or $800. Like this past week, what we just did is we rocked a sample sale. So like we have brides buying $3,000 dresses off the rack for $800. Again, another reason why your pictures are important. It gives me that sometimes when I get into like beaded styles, they tend to be really expensive. So that's a great way for me to be able to work with price points and make that happen. So, but like I said, we go up. I think our most expensive dress here is $5,000.
Wow. Okay.
So we have everything, but the average is about $1,500.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's great. That's great. So here we go. Last question.
Okay.
Last question. How do brides know that they really want to say yes to the dress?
To the dress.
How do they know that's the one?
Okay, I'm gonna be really honest on this. I feel like there's two types of brides. There are brides that put on the dress and they just know. It's one of those things, I always say it's kind of like the guy. It's just one of those things you put on and you know that it's the dress. And sometimes you can see it all over their face. There's also those brides that you can tell are searching so hard for that this is the dress feeling that they almost overthink it. So my best advice to you is don't overthink it. And a lot of times in those overthinking brides, what I see is 4 and 5 favorites. You don't need 4 or 5 favorite wedding dresses. let's get you narrowed down to one, maybe two styles that you really absolutely love. And what happens is the more and more that you start trying on the other styles and realizing how much they really don't work, you're falling in love for the dress that, like, wow, was really the one.
Yeah.
And what I normally do is once we find something you really like, we put that gown on the back of the door. We continue to try on gowns, and at the end, we come back to the favorite dress. And at that point, we normally try to like mock up a quick hairdo or do something fun in the hair and then accessorize it out. And those are normally the moments when you get the veils and the headpieces and the accessories and that everything really comes to life. They visualize themselves walking down the aisle, and then they're ready to pull the trigger and say yes to the dress.
Gotcha.
So
that's good. That's a good thing to keep in mind.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for sitting with me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anywhere that I guess soon to be brides can follow you, follow your updates, follow your expertise online, social media, anywhere?
Yeah, we're big in social media. We love our Facebook. We have Instagram, and we also have our Pinterest page, which has really been helpful for our brides. So, but the Facebook keeps you updated with like some of our brides that have gotten married, and it'll keep you updated on some sales that we run and things like that. We post the pictures of the brides that say yes to the dress and all that fun stuff, so you can take all your friends and hashtag everything.
So just search for Clarice's Bridal.
Yeah, if you actually go to our website, claricesbridal.com, we have all of those symbols, those logos. You can just simply go,
links right
click on it, and it links you straight up to it. So, cool. Absolutely.
Cool. Okay, so as a special for watching this video and really listening to Katie really share some expertise with us, she decided to share a little, I guess, generosity with us as well.
Yeah, I really wanted to pass it on to your customers. So for all of you watching, if you mention that you saw this video, please come in, and at your appointment, we would love to give you a $250 accessory credit. That credit can be used towards headpieces or veils, jewelry, whatever it is you would like. So please come and visit us, and we'll look forward to seeing you at the appointment.
Thanks a lot.
No problem.
I really appreciate it. Really appreciate that. Thank you.
Love to do that.
Well, I appreciate it. Thanks for meeting with me.
Thank you.